Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mediak. And this week, we're going to do the second Nobody movie, like we talked about last week, and what you can clearly, obviously, see in the thumbnail and the title. Stay tuned till after the review if you want to see some media-related news and to also see what these two guys watched in between the last two recordings, because they weren't here at the end of last podcast. But I'm very grateful for this movie because it gave me, I was telling Austin and Chandler about this before the podcast. It gave me a couple thumbnail ideas. I've already started to commit, so you guys already know, the Mediak crew already know, but I'll talk about it a little bit more once we get into it a little bit. But as usual, Chandler, Skyler, Austin, Zach over here. How are you guys doing? How's it going?
Pretty good. I didn't realize, so we were talking before, we don't have a lot of notes on the movie. And I was like, yeah, I don't think I do either. And then I think I have like a page and a half. So like one of my most words ever. And so I might have blocked it right over this.
Like this, because I do text messages.
I did this in theaters. I couldn't exactly bring my iPad into it. So I just was like, I like made like noises in my head to be like, okay, that's how I'm gonna remember this scene in the movie, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to remember specifically what my favorite, least favorite, and funniest were. Those are my number three. Those are my number one. Whenever I was watching the movie, what I needed.
Yeah, I take notes during the movie theater a lot. There's room underneath the side and your leg, bro.
But like,
Brightness on low.
I don't know. Personally, I don't. I have like a recurring note. That's how I would describe this movie. I have one recurring note. Does someone want to give a quick description of the movie before we go ahead and start talking about it?
I believe we decided this last week. Chandler was in this point. Which one was the point? Which one was Okay. I feared this would come.
He feared.
He's ready.
Scary. There's a lot of pressure on you.
It's a lot gorier than the last one, the first one, so it's quite scarier.
It was.
I thought this movie was very gory, very gory. There's nowhere near on par with the first, or the first one was nothing like this. But okay, anyway, Summer, I agree with you. So I feel like this movie has similar beats and nods to the first one. In doing so, it starts off like with like a montage. They go through the days, like Monday, Tuesday, all the way. But this time, instead of the husband Hutch's perspective as to wife, it seems like she seems like there's some sort of disconnect going on. The first and Dandy, they united. They broke down the pillows. The pillows aren't there on the bed anymore. I don't know if you guys are looking out for that.
And actually, like longing for him.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah,
very dramatically in the empty space where he's at.
So it seems like he's the issue this time around. Like, and it turns out that work's kind of getting to him. So what I love about this movie is that it actually plays right off of the first, because he burned all that money with the Orshak, whatever it was called, the Russians' money. He's indebted to the barber, right? But what were they? Are they the first? The first meme, I take it.
Yeah.
What's their group? Are they like some sort of?
Yeah, they're essentially
gang or
the Continental for John.
Yeah, I was definitely getting heavy John Wick vibe.
I thought they were government related. Like I feel like they had to be now.
Probably are. It's not like explained all that much. At least from my understanding, it is.
It probably is government related because like that's how he gets off scot-free with the police. Yeah. Which is crazy, the stuff he'd be doing. But anyways, so yeah, he has to make up this crazy debt. So he's just doing mission after mission, and it's kind of distancing him from his family. Like he doesn't even realize his son's been in a fight. He has a black eye. He's kind of isn't quite there. So they decide to go on a vacation to like rekindle and connect better and just make some memories at a place where he vacationed forever ago when his like the only place his father took him. And turns out there's like some shady organization who like owns the theme park they went to. He gets caught in those affairs. The sheriffs are pretty evil, and they start like hunting him. He like fades his family multiple times to fight them. I guess in a way protecting them. They don't know that yet, but which I would love to talk about some of these moments. That's so goofy and cringy. But
I would love to talk about it with you, Chandler.
You should make a podcast about it.
Oh, so yeah, he takes care of them. There's lots of fights going on in the middle of this movie, I guess. And it kind of ends similar to the first one. They don't buy a warehouse instead of booby traps. Instead, they kind of tear apart the theme park instead of booby traps. The gang, whoever, the syndicate, whatever they're fighting, the antagonist is pretty ruthless, I must say. And yeah, he beats her up.
Yeah.
Or he doesn't beat her up. His wife beats her up, actually. She joins the fight. In a scene I'm sure Sky really loves. I can't wait to see.
That was one of my notes. I'm like, oh no.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh no, that was my note. It was just no with 100 O's, and it was like poor Sky, crying emoji.
Yeah. I started rolling. I turned to G, and I said, "This might be one of Skylar's least favorite movies we're ever done podcast." Because of the reaction of last week, and then also the climax of this movie, I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah, there's no way
going to survive Skylar's tear this week. And
I was worried I was going to be low on this movie, to be honest, but I was like, wait, no, Skylar's here. So
that's crazy.
So throughout basically after the 10-minute mark of this movie, I was constantly comparing this film to two other movies. One of them is Nobody Won, obviously.
There we go.
And the other one is Deadpool 2, because it's literally because Deadpool 2 is the same thing as Deadpool 1. And also, fun fact, Ryan Reynolds wanted the name Deadpool 2 Electric Boogaloo. And I, the entire time after figuring that, thinking about that, I just kept thinking, Nobody to Electric Boogaloo. He's on Big Fish. It makes sense.
I was like, that's good.
Yeah, it hits the vibe. If you don't know, Electric Boogaloo is like a film meme from the 70s or something like that. There was a movie called Breaking It, and then it had a sequel called Breaking It 2 Electric Boogaloo, and it's notoriously one of the worst movies ever made. So anytime someone there's a sequel to a movie that's not up to par of the original one, everyone always just goes, oh, it's blah 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 Electric Boogaloo. To me, it was this is just the entire time the movie kept going, I was like, this is just reassuring these thoughts that I've had the entire time. So back to what I was saying at the beginning. The two ideas for the thumbnail. The one I committed to is Electric Boogaloo. The thumbnail is Electric Boogaloo based. But the other one that I came up with, I was telling these two about it, that it wouldn't be a good idea to do it. I was just going to reuse the Nobody thumbnail because it's the same movie. So I thought it would be really funny to just redo the same thumbnail. But I understand how that would be probably not a good idea. Marketing wise,
I think you do it, and then you just very crappily throw in a picture of him in a Hawaiian shirt, and that'll be it. The same thing.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, there's a lot of ideas that I can do with this, and I thought that at the very least was the most enjoyable part of the movie for me. It was the different ideas for the thumbnail that I could come up with. I thought that was...
Can I throw in something in the ring for that then? And this will be this is a meta conversation for the viewer in this case, since they know what we ended up with. But if you're going the Electric Boogaloo option, you should do...
I am going with the Electric Boogaloo.
Okay. I don't know what you ended up picking for sure on that. I can't remember if you said that, but I think the scene of the villain dancing would go hard for that.
There were several times in this movie, and I don't want... I didn't hate this movie. I think it's definitely really fun to just sit and turn your brain off and watch, because it's objectively action happening on the screen. It's but oh geez, whenever they on the nose recreated scenes from the first movie, several times I had
the boat scene.
I wrote down too. I was waiting to bring that up. I skipped to the end. That's my least favorite scene in the entire fucking movie. I hate the boat scene, because it is so unbelievably forced to be the bus scene from the first movie. It is so stupid. And then they have the people that are the cliche of they have music on so they can't hear the fighting that's going. And it was so dumb, especially when he fell off the water and then they recreated I don't have any teeth. Oh my god! Sorry, that I wanted to go on a rant during that. I don't even remember what the fuck I was saying before we started talking about the boat scene.
I brought up the villain, and then you were just
Yeah, I said that there was like cringe, like I had like chills go from like the tail of my spine all the way up to my neck, like 5 times during this movie because I just was like, I hated that they just literally recreated the first movie several times.
yeah.
That is a big part of my notes.
It's my main note.
Yeah, this is basically like the first one, just if he went on vacation instead of being in a city.
Yeah.
But I will give this movie something, and I will say that I do like this one more because I know he is an established assassin.
Yeah.
I know that he is at the beginning, so I'm not like, why is this middle-aged man just fighting these teenagers for nothing? Like, while he's going.
Can I-
I have a problem with the wife though. Like, we don't know what.
Yeah, I don't like that part.
She was able to like bullseye hit all of those things, and they never explained that. Like, yeah, she was able to shoot the fucking knife in the air and then hit her in the eye, but we don't know what is she. Like, I understand that they met whenever she obviously is some sort of government thing because they met.
That's literally what I wrote down. I was like, so she's in the government too.
But we don't know why. She trains animals.
I have it. Like, I wrote down a note that I think really kind of, I don't know, leads into this conversation, and I think it applies to both movies. But I said both of these movies feel like there was like a TV show that was prior, and that's what these movies are based off of, and they just explain things in a way that like the audience is supposed to know them already. Like, I'm like,
you know.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, and like, I'm like, that feels like an Easter egg for one of the real fans. I'm like, wait, I've seen both the movies.
Kind of the scene.
Yeah, I'm like, there's something we're missing, but like, what's going on?
The dog where she was, her son was like, "Oh, you trained animals in the government or whatever," and she was like, "Yeah, animals." And I was like, "Oh, if I understood that, I bet that would have been a reference." You know?
Yeah.
I want to bring up one line in specific because last week we talked about how there are certain, like, it's not the line, it's like how you say the line. Was it that? Is that what we were saying? Yeah. There's another one in this one that I think I definitely disagree with, and it was in the very beginning of the movie when he said, "I'm here." Huh?
You said this is where the magic happens at one point.
Yeah, what? No, that was funny.
Oh, no.
Gosh. I thought that was funny. It's I'm here making memories with my family at the beginning, and then it happened like multiple times throughout, and I didn't like it a single time. But the one at the beginning, I think it happened whenever they were in the arcade, and he like went back. He's like, I forgot my phone, and then walked back inside. I think that's when it happened. I can't remember because I didn't like times. I forgot the time or like say like what context with my notes. But yeah, I just remember hearing "I'm here with my family making memories" multiple times. And I did not like it any of the times. No, I do not think that was. It's Bob Odenkirk, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't think that's him. I don't think that's his fault. I think it's a terrible line.
It is a pretty bad line. I think Nolan wanted to make this movie personally. Like, I think that.
That's not either.
I think.
And nobody wanted to make it?
Yeah, come on.
Say that again.
That was Chan. I said it louder. I'm not going to take credit for that one.
I didn't hear yours. I heard Austin's. But credit to you. I think Bob Odenkirk was like, "Oh, this is a fun idea. I'm gonna go to the guy who made the action for John Wick and make Nobody Won." And then it got successful, and they were like, "I'm in for a bag." And then they made this one. Like, I don't know. They
play it so safe. They play it so safe.
It was like a checklist to me. The worst of the cringe moments for me was whenever the villain started dancing. I was like, "Are we actually recreating every single moment of the entire first movie up to the villain dancing too?" I just was like, come on, are we really doing that right now?
There's a note from that scene with the villain dancing, and it was like right after I had, and I don't know if it made you guys frustrated, but like it made me so upset for some reason. And it was just like her getting told news about like, what like nobody was doing, and he was like fucking up all the stuff. And then like she's like, does nobody play by the rules anymore? And I'm like, wow, you know what that means? That means our protagonist doesn't play by the rules.
As if like didn't already get established in the first one where he's like, you really need to start playing by the rules.
But like, also, what's that mean? What are the rules?
Actually, is he not fucking getting rules by listening? Isn't he following orders? So he's doing exactly all of the rules.
Literally, yeah. It's so dumb.
I don't.
In this movie, technically, he's off duty. He's just trying to make memories with his family.
Just like duty for a second, Chandler. I wanted you brought that up, and I want. So you brought it up at the beginning. I was going to interrupt your thing to say this, but I'm going to
interrupt you.
No, I know. I stopped myself. I don't know how I do it. Whenever Chandler and Skylar go through the like the breakdown of the scripts, I do my little interjections and stuff like that. And I was going to do that at the scene that I'm going to bring up, but I knew that I was going to crash out and ruin the things.
I have many. It's okay. You will not be the crash out guy this episode. Don't worry.
Crap. What were we talking about again? Sorry, I got distracted. What?
The point that you said you were going to interject Chan, like
Beginning. Fuck.
Man, you went on a tangent.
Yeah,
just to lead up.
I literally have nothing in my stomach. I drank an energy drink and then I got on the podcast this morning.
What was going to make you crash out when Chan was explaining?
It was at the beginning.
I can
go ahead, Skylar. Yeah.
You want me to just go through some more notes while you think?
Yeah.
I'm just going to talk about some positives because I feel like we really need it right now.
Positives?
I do know. Yeah, I'm positive about this movie. You know the one where he's in like where he's in the warehouse. Well, he there's like the kids being kidnapped, and he like wants to drive away. The transition from outside the warehouse to inside the warehouse was pretty nice. I wrote that one down. I was like, hey, get some positives from this one.
Not seeing him beat up people because like
I hated that. Yeah, I was actually ready to write down that.
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it.
At one point in the movie, I kind of thought to myself, like, holy shit, dude, I'm kind of just having this action get washed over me. I don't really need to see like this much fighting. And I know that sounds kind of stupid, but it just was kind of
it was excessive. You're right. It was excessive.
I would argue my only counter argument would be the only thing this movie has going for it is the action.
Okay,
I agree. If we see a good fight, it might help it. Like I prefer not to hear from like outside and just see a van.
That's fair.
I don't know. I think it's different.
Reactions of people. Because I think the movie is a silly, goofy movie about people reacting to Bob Odenkirk, and then an action movie. That's the two main things that it's going for. And I think that scene did somewhat well of the silly, goofy bit because you can hear people getting scared of this old man, and then a bunch of people running away from him. Like I'm not saying I liked the scene. I'm just saying like it wasn't one of the scenes that I outwardly disliked. But I completely understand where you're coming from there, Skylar.
I might jump in with one if you
thing room.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Zach to do his point. He just got it.
Okay. So Colin Salmon last week, I am happy he was in the movie, and I feel really bad that we didn't mention him. And I think that last week it was a fun introduction. It was like a nod to John Wick and stuff like that. And Chandler, yes, at the beginning of the movie, I really enjoyed where I thought the plot was going to go, where he had to pay off this debt. However, it became irrelevant because it never came back up ever again.
That was on my notes.
That is so much more interesting than what movie we actually ended up getting. It was so like disappointing to me because I was like, okay, I'm not in love with this Colin Salmon scene where he's telling the story to Colin Salmon about what's going on here. I'm not like all for it, but I understand. Wait, did it cut out?
Cut out for you guys too?
Yeah, I got
that was weird.
As long as the audio gets it. Yeah.
But I'll still explain it for you guys. I was saying that I wasn't the biggest fan of the scene where Bob Odenkirk was explaining like the mission to Colin Salmon. It just didn't hit for me that much, but I was fine with it because I liked where it was building up, where I thought the story was going, and then it just completely it didn't go anywhere. And Colin Salmon came back up into it, but it was such an irrelevant scene. He just called him to be like, give me the exposition for what's going on here. I thought it was going to be like, oh, if you beat this person, you get to pay off your debt. But no, they didn't even say that. It was literally completely irrelevant. If you remove the debt scene, go ahead, sorry.
Technically, didn't he also make it worse by burning the money again?
Yeah, bro, he could have used that to pay off his debts.
Like, is that not worse? Is that not exactly the money he should not have burned?
It's like burning. He's an arsonist. Like, dude just likes burning.
Another building exploded. I did write that down too. I said, man, this guy really likes two things: burning money and blowing up buildings.
Hey, while we're on that, why was there explosive material literally feet from the money?
Reporting this in Canada. What? Like a chemical warfare like location within Canada that none of us know about?
No, so they're probably emptying out the explosive material somewhere else and then putting the money in the can,
right?
And then going through it. I'm going to be honest. I think it's because it would have been weird if during the fight they had a couple of the other jockeys bring the money closer to the explosive stuff, because they were like, hey guys, look what we want you to see. He's gonna do it again. He's one more time. You guys ready? And then like you had to see it. You go for it.
So I'm gonna add on. I changed my mind. I don't like the scene that I said that I was indifferent to, where we don't see the inside fight. Skylar, I'm agreeing with you, because the only reason we didn't see the inside fight was so that they could have a logical explanation for why the guns didn't blow up the fucking thing before Kirk did. You know?
Exactly.
It's so
exactly.
They were doing it so that he could beat up all the people with the guns, so they didn't have to like show them not like shooting it as he was fighting them. Bad. Don't like
exactly.
It.
They just did it. Well, that's not exactly the reason I was getting at, but it does help me, so I completely agree. But yeah, I think it was dumb. It just gave them excuses. It's like, oh, well, maybe it wasn't there before. Like, it's dumb. I don't like that one.
On salmon, by the way, if someone else has a
okay, I actually do have a positive.
Okay, yeah, do that, and I'll do another negative.
I feel like we're due. So, and this is probably just a personal positive, but I actually liked, kind of like what you were saying, Zach, at the beginning, but not about the dead. I liked where I thought this movie was going, like at the beginning, because I thought it was like him, and I thought this movie was about him trying to balance work and family. And I kind of like the idea of him like having to go on this vacation and figure stuff out. But I hated everything about how the villain was there when the one spot he picked. Like,
also, he didn't balance work and vacation. He did not.
He just only did
and then his family was like, you know what, we're fine with it now.
Well, it wasn't like that toward the beginning half. Like, I'm talking about like that part where he's like, figuring out vacation spots. He's getting excited. They're doing the road trip. They're at like the place and they're trying to have fun. Yeah. And he like got everything. She looks in his bag and he had like, she thought it was work and he had wine. Yeah. Like, I was like, okay, you know, I'm actually like, this is enjoyable right now. I really feel like this guy needs to show some family. And then I think not even like 15 minutes later, there was a boss on the screen. And I'm like, you were so kidding me. You have to be kidding me. Yeah. Yeah, but I really thought this would have done like much better if it was like majority of the time it was like a family vacation. And then like intertwined with like, hey, I got to step away for a second and then come right back. But it was like 75% family vacation and like 25% of him work. Because in the beginning, he said he wanted a break. But yeah, so I think it really would have helped with that. And that might just be me. But again, like most of this is like they're straight up telling you what the plot is. It's like, I think it was Colin Salmon's like, your type of person can never escape. And then I was like, dude, I swear. And then it did happen. And I was like, okay, they're actually like, do you know how last time I complained that they're like making you backtrack? Mm-hmm. This was actually like telling you the plot like 10 minutes in advance now.
I fucking hate Colin Salmon. That actually made me so like upset halfway through the movie where he was like, Colin Salmon in the middle of nowhere. And I fought this guy and Colin Salmon goes, oh shit. And then spends the next 5 minutes explaining the plot to you.
Yeah,
and be afraid of the villain after that and invested in the plot.
I do want to talk about the villain. I did not.
That's what I wanted to do.
Really bad.
Wait, which villain? I think there were two distinct villains.
I think we're talking about Tom Hanks' son. He's irrelevant. Remove him from the movie.
No, I want to. Can I say
who that was? The sheriff?
Yeah.
Well, that's actually who that is. I knew he looked familiar. I didn't know why.
That's crazy.
is a fucking psycho, and in the worst way possible. His entire motivation, like I would argue that he was the main antagonist, not plot wise, but as far as screen time and actual like the beef, like with our protagonist, like it was him.
Until he died.
Up until he died, and that was one of my notes. Like, I'm gonna.
Dick was being like he just was a loser. He's a total loser.
He's a loser, and like he hated them, sent people to kill him and his family, basically, because he looked at him.
Yeah,
for like 2 seconds, and was like,
it was flashing bag.
Yeah.
So really though, like, why make your main antagonist so fucking lame?
And I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna be done on my rant with him. But his last lines were, "I'm the fucking man, and this is my fucking town," before he immediately died.
And he was the real nobody.
And I had
Ew.
because I don't.
Ew, good. Yeah, that was awesome. Nobody, I don't think anybody else got that. I got that. I want you to know I like that joke.
I got it. Zach didn't recognize. I gave him a smile.
I heard it. I was complaining about Tom Hanks' son, so I'm currently crashing out. So it was a good.
Yeah, I'm still processing that.
He's just not menacing. Like, you can't get the guy who like looks exactly like the dude that everyone called Mr. Rogers and be like, this is an intimidating force.
That's not the problem, man. You know that's not the problem. That's like
I'm saying, like, that's something that goes into it. Like, I just don't. There's not a single aspect of his character, because they tried to make him intimidating several times.
Yeah, he's not.
the like scene where he's like walking and hitting his like stick off the wall. He's like, "You're mine now," and then they immediately let him go.
Yeah, what's that one, bro? Before I realized like they were corrupt, like the sheriffs and whatnot, like those scenes. I'm sorry, Tom Hanks. He's a good actor. His son.
Yeah,
I don't know about that, Chief. Like there was so many moments. Yeah, but there's also like just the one where he was like, "All right, guys, get up, hunt him down." Like I thought that was so bad. It was so bad. There's so many things I have written down where it's just cringy and awkward moments. Like I don't even know if it's all lines. Like the first movie, like on lines of the issue. I don't know.
It's on purpose, to be honest, man. Like I think every single like plot focused line in this movie is said the exact same way.
It definitely. Okay.
Like it's like when he's doing that, like go get him, or when he's like, I want to like have memories with my family, or when his wife is like, no, you promised to stay with the family. No. And every line. Yeah. It's very. It's like, I don't know. That's what I saw it as.
movie where it's like, it's like,
yeah. I mean,
back then it just was bad.
Yeah.
But this is like,
it's very consistent. You're right.
Yeah,
Right,
it's more like
okay.
It's weird how consistent it is. That's where I'm trying to give it like props where that's like what they were going for.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's the case. Who knows?
I'm not sure if I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I as someone who was looking for this, because I really enjoyed the cinematography of the first movie, I feel like this is going to sound so pretentious, and I know I say this like every time.
I say that every time.
Artistic value of this movie decreased insanely from the first one. The shots were so much worse. The choreography was way, like, not even close to being as good as the first movie, in my opinion. The camera moved, but it wasn't like as fluid as the first one. It was more like shot to shot instead of like with the camera and the action itself. It just, there was the one shot that Skylar described, and that was like it. That was the only thing that I felt was impressive camera-wise in this movie, and that was insanely disappointing to me, because I thought that was like the best part of the first movie. Bad artistic value.
Yeah.
I actually wrote down another one because you said how this movie does really good with the background music to transitioning to like being something to listening. It happened one time in this movie that I saw because I was looking for it, and it was at the very beginning.
I did too.
The very beginning. They were taking the car ride, and the background music was playing, and all of a sudden it was on the radio.
It actually happened.
So
it was at the
did happen twice.
I don't think it was done well, especially since you didn't even notice it and you were looking for it. It happened at the water park. The song they were playing, the rock song they were playing, that was playing through the speakers at the water park at the end of the movie. But the reason why it's bad is because it just stops whenever the dad explodes, which doesn't like explain why the music turned off. Like that doesn't. It wasn't diegetic at that point. Like they attempted it and failed.
I have one more really funny point if we then want to get into like favorite, least favorite. Yeah. I personally like how this brother and the grandpa exclusively care about the boss fight. Like, genuinely, everything else they could not care for. The second a boss fight is mentioned, they're there already helping set up.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, the brother wasn't even
like storyline this movie. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, after like Japan, he learned some stuff. And then he came.
He's a ninja now, dude. He's a ninja.
He tried to throw a weeb in this one. It was like, what the fuck?
Dude, that's okay. The sword was awesome.
Yeah,
Don't get one.
Let's not get too much into that. I thought we were getting into the
Yeah, let's not get no reason.
He's going around stealing all of our bits.
Okay. Should I lead it off?
Yeah,
I would
go ahead.
love to. Awesome. So, are we doing funniest, favorite, least favorite, and then score?
No. So let's just do funniest, favorite, least favorite, and then we can go around and do summary and score.
Like synopsis. Yeah.
Okay, that works. So I'll start off with my least favorite. Drum roll, the eye scene. It sucks. There was 2 of them. Yeah, there was 2. Yeah,
I thought there was more than one.
because I wrote down the first one. It was after the duck boat, before the warehouse scene. I forget when it happened. I think it happened on the boat. But there was an eye scene because I wrote why is there an eye scene? Why can't I have anything nice? And I was so angry. And so I was watching this movie in here while Lily was taking a nap on the couch. So I was in and I couldn't be loud. So I had to angrily write out everything for this movie through my notes. So there's a lot of bold in here. The very next one, which we all know happened, the slow-mo one. Drum roll, that one sucks. There was 2 eye scenes and one was slow-mo, and I was yelling that they do this on purpose, and why couldn't they just go through the middle of the forehead, that it does the same thing. It does the same thing. It literally anywhere else on the face does the same thing, but they have to do through the glasses into the eye every time.
Wouldn't have done the same thing if it hit the forehead because of how like influenced your skull is there. It had to have gone somewhere soft, like maybe like the mouth or the cheek or the eyes, maybe the throat.
I feel like or the neck.
Yeah.
You know, don't most people shoot tranquilizers in the neck or like the back? Just not here. Yeah. So to absolutely shock nobody, the eye scenes are the least favorite, and I'm definitely deducting points from that because there was 2 of them, and I think both of them were unnecessary. And then the funniest scene, I'm actually not sure. I didn't laugh too much during this one.
I wasn't like
Through my notes.
I wasn't until dawning this movie like I don't know. It wasn't.
Yeah, I really wanted to like this one, and I did for the beginning. Like, I actually thought it was like pretty solid. I was like, oh, I actually seeing some growth in this character. Nope. But my favorite scene, I apologize, Austin. It's the samurai scene at the end, whenever he cuts like through the sword, not through the sword, through the gun, and then through him. It doesn't make sense, but did it look cool? Yeah, that was awesome.
That was 3 of our favorite. Zach, is that gonna be yours too?
That's not my least favorite scene.
Oh, okay. It's not mine.
Okay. That's so like.
It makes no sense.
I didn't care that much. I didn't care that much because this movie is a silly, goofy movie. Like,
wait, can I bring up one thing with that since you stole it?
Yes.
No, he had 2 swords. Do we remember that? Like, he started with 2 swords, and he had a disposable sword that he just used to stab one dude randomly. He just left it in him, and then he continued to fight with 1 sword. I was like, dude's about to use 2 swords now. He's like, nope, he's just gonna keep that one in that body over there.
And then what was his quote whenever he won? He's like, you never bring a machete to a sword.
Wait, hon, yeah, I have that. I wrote that down.
I know. Top 10 most aura quote this year. Never bring a machete to a sword fight.
oh yeah.
So,
I remember writing that down.
Yeah. So funniest. I don't know. I might.
I'm sorry. The quote exactly is slightly different, but it's better that it's different. So I need to say this. It's don't bring a machete to a fucking katana duel.
Yeah, that is better.
That's the word for word. I have it in quotes, and I went back and looked at the subtitles. That's what it said.
That is for that one.
That's not even mean.
That's what I mean, other than exactly what the sentence says, there's nothing else that could mean. Yeah. With my funniest, I'm just gonna go at the beginning. Whenever Bob Odenkirk is still in his "I don't want my family to think I'm a bitch" mode, and goes back into the arcade, and he just starts beating the guy over the head on the whack-a-mole.
Taylor, you're awesome at like going through and taking everyone's moments, man.
I must say, there's really not too many to like shows for me to react to.
That's a good point, Chandler. That's a good point. Yeah.
I sorry, Zach.
It's fine.
You know what? I could pass it off. But I'm gonna popcorn Austin because I took his favorite, or maybe his favorite.
Down the let's
That's fair. Yeah,
that's for you.
I like swords, man. Like,
Dude, that's what I wrote down.
they're great. So that was my favorite. Least favorite. I'm not gonna lie. There's like 2 to 3 different times, I think it's 3, that I have, like, I made note, and I was like, least favorite scene, and then I put a scene in there. The whack-a-mole was one of them. I was like, that is just like, it's not that I can't suspend belief to think that that's like funny. I'm like, it was done really poorly too, like the physical, like, acting.
Oh, it was. That's why it was so funny to me.
Yeah, no, it was great. And like that one, I had written for that. I think what I'm going to do is my least favorite scene, though, is that conversation with the wife before he like went off to fight the big bad. Like, I don't even remember a whole ton from it. Where's this note? It was, "You should get away from me." And then it's like, "You promise." And then like it was literally like, "You should get away from me. I'm just not a good influence on the family." Yeah, he's saying that to his wife of like 20 years. Like, what the fuck are you saying? And like, it was just, the delivery from both of them was just so atrocious. And
okay, but the thing is, I think they did exactly what they were told.
Yeah, I agree. I'm like,
objectively a fantastic actor.
He's an incredible actor.
It's him.
That's why I'm saying this has to be intentional. This has to be the vibe that they were going for. And like, I don't know if I can knock it for that, but like, I think specifically what I can knock it for, the chemistry between him and his wife was a big part of this movie, which I criticized the first one for not having anything about it. Cause I'm like, we don't know anything about their issues and stuff. Well, I learned I shouldn't ask those questions because they got answered here, and I wish they weren't. And like, I did not enjoy any scenes that they were together, and it just was, I don't know.
Like, this is where the magic happens.
Yeah, that was.
That was the equivalent of in the first movie where he was like, "We haven't made love."
No, that one was awkward. This one was funny because it was just a response.
It was so awkward too because she was silent about it, and then she started cooking up, I guess.
She's like, "Oh, maybe the magic does happen." Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so that was my least favorite. Favorite was the sword. Funniest. I go between a couple of these. I'm like, I wasn't like dying at any point. I really don't know. I thought some of the stuff with the villain was probably funny. Like, I think the dancing scene, I was like laughing, not in the way of like I was supposed to be laughing, but like I was like, oof, this is pretty bad. Yeah, and like a lot of. I'm just gonna use this as like another point that I had. I'm gonna say like a lot of the dialogue with the villain, especially in the second half. And I don't know if you guys agree with this, but whenever I saw her and I saw her acting and what she was trying to do, it just screamed Jared Leto's Joker in like 2016 Suicide Squad to me.
To me,
like,
I had a reference that like I figured no one would get. That's why I didn't say it. She reminds me of the villain from Catwoman. If you guys have seen that.
Wait, from what? You cut out a bit. Oh,
Have you seen that?
I don't remember the villain of
All
that.
the way back then.
Yeah,
But like,
I can't remember the villain, but I think that's to your point.
you're probably right, Peter. She does kind of give off like she watched Suicide Squad and was like that. Right?
Yeah. Well, it seems like she's acting like she is intimidating, and she's overacting and thinks that like, I don't know, goes to help her in that case, and that's like kind of like what Jared Leto did. And it also seemed like she thought she was a bigger part in this movie than she was. Like, and it's just, I don't know, she just went whack shit crazy and for a couple scenes and then died. Like that was it. Yeah. I'm done, I think.
Okay.
Do I choose who goes next?
Well, I was
Yes, ready? Okay. Yeah.
like the path.
Gotcha.
So what my favorite scene? Okay, so this is gonna be really funny. I'm leaning towards more Skylar side of things than the Austin side of things. I liked the arcade moment, not because I thought it visually looked good, but because I thought because they made the audio cue for it. I thought they were doing like this is what he wants to do. Like this is it in his head kind of moment. And I thought they were going to go in there, have him beat up all these people. And then it was going to cut to him being at the door. And he was just like going to turn around and then leave again. And they didn't do that. And I was like, oh, that's more interesting than what I thought it was. And there's not a single other moment in the movie in which I thought that. So that's probably my favorite moment in the movie, I guess. I also liked how the big guy tried to like dodge and weave from him and guessed wrong and then got fucking rocked. I thought that was funny.
Yeah. I forgot.
My least favorite moment we talked about is the boat scene. It was like from the minute it started, I had what?
I'd like to argue, wasn't the bus scene one of your favorite from the last time?
Yeah.
If history serves correct,
I didn't like
this should be your favorite.
I don't like it anymore, Skylar, because they fucking ruined.
Interesting.
This doesn't seem like consistent logic from our podcast host.
It's because I wish this movie didn't exist, man. It like actually retroactively makes me like the bus scene less. Like
I hate when you say that. You say that so many times about so many things, and I think that's such bullshit reasoning. That makes no sense, man.
To go watch it and appreciate the action in that. That's fair. It just was so disappointing to me while I was watching that scene because it wasn't trying. Like you could do that scene and have it be.
I get where you're coming from. Yeah.
So fucking hard to make it be exactly beat for beat the exact same thing as the bus scene, and it was just not done well. It was very just blah. I don't like it.
I think it would have been much better if they didn't force two other passengers and a driver on there and they were just fighting in an open boat.
Yeah. Like even so much of having him fall off the fucking boat and then having them pause and I knocked my fucking teeth out. Literally the same line as like in the fucking previous movie, and then have him climb back on, and then they're like, "Oh shit!" Like, come on, man! Like,
it's an homage, Zach.
Yes, it's it's for the fan.
The movie is an homage. The entire movie is an homage to the first one. If I were to pick another, like, I don't even know, man. Like, I don't have another least favorite scene. I just kind of.
That was me. I'm like, I started thinking about scenes and I just got sad and I was like, I'm done.
I was gonna say the end bit, like the entire water park scene, but like, I find it relatively creative. I find it enjoyable that they fought in a water park. I like the idea of that. There's a map in Black Ops 3 multiplayer where you fight in a water park, and I was like, that makes me think of that, and I have happy memories towards that. So I kind of and then
what about
go ahead.
the zombies in Spaceland? Almost was like a little bit of water area. There's a water area to that.
Park, amusement park, yeah.
Yeah.
My funniest moment is actually not within the movie itself. It was the person sitting behind me in the theater who really enjoyed the movie. I never think
we love those people.
That's always the best when that happens. There's a lady that like every joke cackled during it, and then the best part was whenever he was like, "You should get away from me," and she goes, "You can't tell me what to do," and she goes, "No!" It was so fucking good. that was the best part of the movie for me. That was the only time I laughed during the movie, but it wasn't like at the movie itself. It was
That's true.
fantastic. I really liked that bit. Yeah. No other things to say. Fantastic. Chandler, you're up.
Chandler, do you want to just go straight from that
Yeah.
to your synopsis to your
Yes.
score, and then we'll circle back through?
Smart man.
Go through any notes you didn't say either.
I'm going to do that during my summary. I feel like I'm going to wrap it up in that because I wrote a lot. I'd argue quite a bit, but a lot of it was what you guys already said. So I didn't really have a funny scene either, but I'm just going to favorite. And that is also the arcade bit when he was like tweaking out on the verge of crashing out. And then he settled down, which I thought was kind of, wait. He left and then he crashed out. I thought that was really funny, actually, going back in there.
He's a soft spot.
He did.
I respect that.
It was so unnecessary, though, bro. It was so unnecessary. But yeah, that's my funniest and favorite, I guess. This is something that no one ever mentioned. The least favorite. And maybe I'm mistaken, but I like to consider myself a blackjack. I don't go on rain bet and bet though. I'm not like.
I apologize.
I understand how blackjack on a table plays. I don't think this movie does. Do you remember that bit when we first meet the villain, the lady?
Yeah.
She walks up to the poker table and it's like that rich guy in that white suit. He's just like, "Shut up, just deal the cards." You're supposed to, unless I'm mistaken, and like there's only one player at the table. You play the player's hand first, and then finally the dealer's. And why was she revealing both cards? The one is hidden.
Yeah.
She had both face up.
About this.
Yeah, right. Her cards face up, and he was still playing with them. Also, it was just maybe it's because it's one person, one-on-one. Like it's a little different, but I'm pretty sure. I thought you were supposed to hide your cards. It was just so.
You're not supposed to know the dealer's second card. I mean, once again, I've played blackjack a decent amount, but like, I've never played one. No, I have played one-on-one with the dealer.
I also,
and that was
what were his cards whenever he split? Because
Yeah, the split didn't make sense either, too, because he split way too late, didn't he?
I don't.
Split first. You're supposed to split in the beginning, no?
Yeah, I don't know.
I like 3 cards. I split it.
I just remember him like looking at his card and they go, "Huh, split." And then I was like, "Okay, I guess we're rolling."
I think there's a lot of things that did not make sense there.
Like 6 times. So I don't.
It like actively made me mad.
It's like the simplest game in the world too, which is like the crazy part. It's like how do you mess it up?
So look at that quick Google search. It's worth it.
Jack 6 times. It's not that hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, 21. Don't go over.
That's all I do, bro. That's all I
Hit
do.
me until they say you can't anymore.
All right, Chen, keep it going.
Okay, yeah, I can wrap it up.
Wait, did you do favorite scene? Or was that?
Yeah,
That was like the arcade thing. Yeah, I mixed that with my funniest.
Okay.
I really am very disappointed in this film. Drastically, actually. I'm glad I didn't go to the theaters. I wanted to
Am I really the only one?
because I was fiending. I was fiending on going to the theaters, but like they're only showing it one time a day at 9 a.m. What the hell?
I saw it
Yeah.
at night. That was the only theater.
Yeah.
Like in the afternoon. It was crazy.
So you only had one time to go watch it. What the heck? I mean, it makes sense. It's probably not really selling. Were there many people in the theater with you?
There was more than I thought there was going to be.
Really? Okay.
Row had at least 2 people in it.
Okay. All right. That's
This is more than I thought. That's more than I would think. Well,
with how late this movie. I mean, I guess it's
Like the movie. I mean, the lady behind.
if it's one showtime. Yeah, you're right. Some movie can be everyone's favorite, right?
Exactly.
yep.
But yeah, I found this to be very disappointing. At first, I didn't like the acting, but if it was a bit, I still didn't like it. I thought that it was still so unrealistic and unbelievable.
I was just talking about that. It's funny.
Like so many things were cheesy. I thought like the whole arcade bit where he gave the tickets to the girls was weird. It was just awkward on his end.
What do you mean? Ew. No, that was awesome.
He has a girlfriend. He has a girlfriend, bro. In the beginning and the end. Yeah, when they walk to school, the daughter goes with their 2 friends, and he goes with his girlfriend.
And then
He's with her at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely draws some flags. I feel like I thought about it a little bit actually. I'm glad we're bringing this up. I thought about it a little bit actually. I've come to terms. I think it's okay. I don't think he was doing it with he might not flirting ever so slightly, but he like pushes it aside because even his sister came up and was like, "Hey, why? Don't worry, I got my own tickets," and then they just did their own thing.
I think the words that the girls said right before were like something along the like compliments to him, like amongst each other, like, "Oh, he's like handsome" or something. I think they said something like that, and then it initiated the ticket. So I think it was flirting.
Hey, my boy got a confidence.
I thought it was.
I mean, big boys got to eat. I don't know.
It was definitely a little suspicious. And I have so much more to dislike. I didn't really think it was too fun. But I will say it was definitely entertaining. Like a lot was going on with fights. I did lose like interest, and I go on my phone more. Like I didn't really do that with Nobody, the first one. I thought it was captivating throughout, start to finish, and this one was definitely not so much. I didn't like how much it was trying to be like John Wick. It was trying to be like John Wick so badly in the beginning, and it just isn't to me.
No.
Yeah, he's kind of a badass. He's definitely a badass. Like I can swear he's like I almost want to say he's almost on par with John Wick. I feel like the stunts he pulls off. I feel like that would be a fun fight to watch.
As John Wick, I'll give you that. Like he literally made.
But that's just too unbelievable, bro. I just don't. The first movie so much harder. I know he's probably gone on mission. He's not rusty like he was then, but that's not Nobody to me. Nobody isn't supposed to be some like crazy
soul
hitman assassin. You know what I mean? Like he's supposed to be a nobody with that background.
Yeah.
Regardless, this gets a 3 from me. I am not looking forward to watching this again. It's very disappointing.
I was not expecting that.
I wasn't. Yeah, I dropped it 2 points. It was a 5, but then I was like, I don't know what I like about this. I don't know what.
I was going higher on my ranking because I felt really bad for giving the last one a low score. I was like, I don't want to make Chan sad.
No, I was not out of the film.
Sorry. I did not think that. When I left the theater, I had a number, and then as we were talking about it, I dropped my number. I didn't even think about making Chan happy, but I'm happy yours is low. Love to see it.
Yeah. All right, Sky, you're good to go.
Oh, I thought we were doing reverse order. I'll go next. So the only portions that I like were the part where I thought the movie was going in the first, like, I don't know, like 25-ish minutes, whenever they were talking about the family vacation in the beginning, up until the part where it was not a family vacation.
Boogaloo, like pony, like for everyone. Like at the second it hits like 25 minutes, that's when the electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, but I also kind of liked how they booby trapped the water park. I thought that was creative in itself. So like that part I thought was entertaining. But that was really it. This whole middle portion where he's like ditching his family just to go work, it felt very much like the first one, which I did not like. And I mean, that being the whole like middle hour of this movie, it was like 10 or 25 at the beginning and 10 at the end. Like, I apologize. I just didn't really like it. I do want to shout out that I think they had a drum gun in this for you, Zach. I don't know if you saw it. I wrote that down for you because I didn't want you to miss out on that. But I still, crazy enough, there is more that I liked 25 minutes in this movie than I did in the last one. So it gets 0.5 higher with a 4.5 from me.
That's crazy, actually.
I'm very surprised.
But I didn't.
Even with the eye stuff, bro? Even with the eye stuff? So I originally gave this movie like a certain score, and I gave it a bonus point for having a cat and a bonus point for adopting the dog at the end for the slideshow. Huh?
He adopted both of the dogs.
Yeah, so
I didn't see that.
So 2 bonus points for that, and then I took 2 away for each eye scene. So it completely canceled each other out. Because I do like that they adopted the dog at the end, and I do like how they had a cat in the beginning. And I think the slideshow at the end showing the pictures would have went so well if the movie went where I thought it did.
Yeah,
and it would have been great, but it didn't, and it gets a 4.5 from me. So what? We going to Austin now?
All right.
Awesome.
My comment when I said at least I'm like I've got Sky here to like balance out my ratings for this. I think you're gonna be the highest one, Sky. Like
proving me wrong. That's his favorite thing on
like what,
dude? Because I literally turned to G. We were talking about it last night, and I said, I honestly, I could think of 2 movies that Skylar's gonna like worse than this. And I don't think of anything else, and you're fine with it. What the fuck? I don't get it. I do not get you, man.
I don't know either.
I thought the only thing that was gonna be worse than this was Den of Thieves and Den of Thieves 2. I thought those were the only other.
Dude, and Joker too.
Oh, Joker 2. That wasn't.
but like we haven't said anything positive. Oh,
I've actually been the only one.
That's true. You said a couple positive things, but like you've never disagreed with the negatives, and this has been I don't know how
The
long
negatives are true.
about the entirety. And this is a slightly below average movie. Okay, sorry, I'm blown away by that. I'm glad Chan gave his score because now I feel better about what I'm gonna say. I don't think I have anything new to say. I think we covered most of it. I think the chemistry between him and the wife was a big thing that annoyed me and was hard to watch and was like
I apologize.
big in this movie. I think the 2 plot devices or 2 plots it kind of set up in the beginning with him having the debt and him needing to be better with his family. One went nowhere, and one just like never. It like continued for maybe 25 minutes more, and then also went nowhere. And then everyone was like, "Oh, he's a good dad," because oh wait, we forgot he's a badass and he kills people, which is cool, and we love that. And it just wasn't resolved. And then it was just a bunch of unconnected fight scenes with characters without motives in a water park that was run by martial law. Yeah. And then a villain that I don't remember the name now. I don't think I'll remember her face tomorrow. And I don't think I'll remember anything about this in a week. So I'm
Hanks is beginning with a J.
I don't want to know. That wasn't me asking. Sorry, not those. Well, I'm like, I'm okay with this fading into the oblivion of my memory. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Chan. I'm giving this a 3 because, like, I'm gonna say, like, the fights were entertaining, and like I've said before, my ratings are based on entertainment, and yeah, I think 3 feels right for this one. 4.5 is crazy. I'm done now.
I'm starting to see that.
I still.
Can I say something before you go, Zach, real quick? I just want to get stuff on my chest before, like, and I should have mentioned this earlier. How did Hutch get off scot-free after crashing out in the arcade? Like, he literally disfigured someone's face with glass.
Yeah.
Bro. No, it was the leader of the town. Like, he talked with him, and he was just like, the guy was like, you fucked with my kid, and he's like, yeah, but like, he ripped my kid's toy, and you do the same.
Yeah.
He fucked them. That had nothing to do with the situation, and he just fucked them up like to the end.
Yeah,
it is just
There's normal people, man.
Yeah.
They are.
It doesn't make any.
The one hit his daughter, which was fucked, and that's crazy.
He deserved
that. I'm like, I mean,
the whack-a-mole.
Not that I do it.
Like, I don't remember. Like, he just
didn't do anything either.
There were just some guys that like were getting aggressive in the crowd. I thought.
Okay.
I don't think some of them were actually like just strangers. I swear. Well, not even workers.
The whack-a-mole guy was just standing there, and he just walked out.
Oh, you like whack-a-mole?
So you're telling me nobody is safe in this movie?
Yeah.
Only nobody is safe.
Yeah. Pretty much.
There, Skylar.
Thanks.
While we're talking, I've deemed it the electric Boogaloo barrier, which is the second something is brought up in this movie. It has a 25-minute timer until it immediately becomes stupid. No matter what it is, it has a 25-minute timer until it becomes dumb. And that's with every aspect, like either the cinematography, the action, the plot, whatever it is, whatever is brought up. I don't know. This movie was disappointing immediately. Like, I thought it was going to be, I didn't think it was going to be better than the first one, specifically from trying to find showtimes for it. This movie released like 2 weeks ago, and there is one show per theater. It definitely isn't selling well. So it obviously isn't a good movie. So I went into the movie expecting a 5. And then when it started and it kind of started to just be the exact same thing, it started to drop like crazy. I was just really disappointed in this movie. I'm not going to beat a dead horse and keep saying the same things that you guys said, but I just had like nothing good to come out of it. I left the movie and I just was like, I watched this movie last week. I didn't need to see this.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna drop my number a little bit more just to counterbalance Skylar's. But I'm gonna hit it with a 2.5. I think this movie's pretty bad. One of the worst.
Okay.
One of the worst we've watched this year, I think.
Guess we're gonna like round out to or have a whole number to divide.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 3.25 or something.
It's a 3.25.
Mm.
We added to a 13.
Do you round down or round up to a 3.5?
3.25. So our number added to 13, and then divided by 4 is 3.25.
Yeah, but I mean, like, do we want to leave it at that? I feel like I don't.
I'll round it down to 3. So we don't deserve it.
Down. Okay.
Have that take that chance.
Yeah. We're gonna round down, but I cannot, like, usually I see, whenever I do this, I usually see something like the 20s, and the fact that it was closer to 10,
Yeah,
wild.
That is crazy, actually.
Yeah.
It has to be one of the lowest rated movies that Mediak is given.
Yeah, because it's
Great recommendation, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, if you get our scores, we recommend everybody to go see this.
Yeah.
pirate it. So like there is like a I can understand the turn off your brain and watch a movie kind of thing. And I do enjoy those occasionally, but like I on average prefer watching a movie that hits all the bases, like cinematography, writing, and action, or if there is action is required in the movie. Just like, and this didn't hit any of them. It didn't hit a single base really for me, except for like some of the action bits, which is where I give like most of the points for it too. All right, we're ready to go on.
Can I say one thing? Actually, no. I already said it, so I'm going to. What is the difference between this and John Wick? Like, what do we think makes this so much worse? Because I don't.
One Eyes Keanu. Oh, never mind. I mean,
I don't. Well, but what about the plot? Because I'm like, if we're being honest, I think John Wick's plot's better. But I'm like, it don't matter. It don't matter at all.
okay.
Was it way much more exposition in this movie? There's like a lot that's handed to us, and it's just like childish exposition. Like John Wick, it didn't like it wasn't like they pulled out a fucking folder that said Baba Yaga on it. You know, it was just This is John Wick for babies, essentially.
I feel like John Wick has more world building too. Just better job instead of throwing at your.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, like another one is, do you think it's worse to just open up and like never even attempt a plot, or to attempt a plot and it be terrible?
Throw the plot out the window, man. If this movie would be significantly better, I think that was my point in asking the question. It's like, if it had tried just like 5% less on making some sort of plot, I think this would be a better movie significantly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think if they just like didn't be like, okay, instead of having character growth that they're setting up in the beginning, we just followed through and did it.
Yeah.
Or just didn't mention it.
Not mention.
Yeah.
I don't even. There's a lot that needs to be done to fix this movie. And I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's not like
First,
okay, yeah, we could be done. I feel like there's no line it was worth talking about.
Okay. I don't really remember. So Chandler, were you here for the news segment? I don't think you were.
I don't think so.
Austin was here, right?
I was. I think I was here for pretty much all of it.
Mostly all of it.
I didn't get to see your guys' what you watched, and I think that was like, and then some of the news maybe.
That's fine. I was mainly asking because one of the news segments is relevant to you. Just wanted to bring it up. Because I thought we talked about it, but I couldn't remember if we talked about it on the podcast or not. So he said that context. Ben Stiller has been asked about his interference with Severance season 3 because he said that he's not directing it, but he said like he's been working on it for the last 8 months. He's still like going to be a big part of it, and he's excited to see the story evolve. He's just not specifically directing it because of his involvement in this World War II movie that he's working on, which is neat.
Nice.
So the Frankenstein movie from Guillermo del Toro and a bunch of different really good actors got a 13-minute standing ovation at the Venice Film Festival. It says the longest, but I think that's the longest this year because I'm pretty sure there's been longer than 13 minutes in general. I'm trying to find stuff that's not related.
That's it. Just while you do that, that standing ovation thing is BS.
Dumb.
That's so dumb.
Likes being clapped at for 13 minutes. Like, that's so dumb. Harrison Ford, I'm only bringing this one up because it's funny. It's not actual big news. Harrison Ford is upset that people keep naming species after him. He keeps saying things like, why do they keep naming the bad ones after me? There's a new spider. It was a snake called the Tachymendius Harrison Ford. And he just is like, why are we keep doing this? Because there's like 4 spiders.
That's great.
Yeah. So Warwick Davis is going to be, he returns. Wait, okay, this is different from the thing I said. So this guy from Harry Potter, he was one of the professors. It's really hard to see.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I saw this.
He's returning, but the article I read said that he's going to be playing a different character, but this article says he's playing the same guy, which I think it's probably going.
I heard it's the same.
You think okay? Well, I hope it's not.
I'm saying that's what I heard. I don't know what I think. I just reiterate.
Right.
Let's spew out
Spreading more misinformation.
Yeah, there we go.
We love misinformation.
And I say I have no sources, so I can't be knocked when people find out it's wrong.
Okay, I'm trying to go in order of hype. So we'll go with this. So we got a trailer for the sequel to 28 Years Later, which might sound weird because that's a sequel to 28 Weeks Later, which is a sequel to 28 Days Later. But the 28 Years movies are having a trilogy of their own. So we had the 28 Years Later that came out in March or something. And now we're getting 28 Years Later, the Bone Temple that's releasing in January of this year. I didn't watch the trailer because I haven't seen the first movie. So I don't know what to think of that. So this is great news. By that, I mean, I think I'm going to enjoy this news. And I think that specifically Austin is not going to like it. So Avatar movies are coming out. And James Cameron is going on his marketing tour, and they asked him like about the villains of this upcoming third movie. And he said, nope, it's the same guy. The trailer makes it look like it's the other Navi, but it's not. It's the same guy as the first 2 movies. I don't remember his name. Give me a second here. He said it's
Scarface guy.
Yeah, that guy. Stephen Lang.
General dude.
He said, there's not a new villain ever another time. Same guy, same son of a bitch in all 4 new movies. I know Stephen Lang is going to crush this. Why? My biggest complaint with the second movie is that it's the same thing as the first movie. And like the biggest aspect of that is that it's the same fucking villain as the first movie. What is the point of making 4 more movies when you make the exact same villain for all fucking 5 movies? That is so dumb.
Do you think it's going to be like the Empire Strikes Back in this one where he'll win and then the finale, the final movie? Like,
there's 2 more.
Wait, there's 5 in total?
There's 5 in total. He said the 4 ones. So
what the hell?
5 fucking movies are going to have the same.
That's a lot, man.
Aren't these based on a book?
Pretty sweet.
No, they're not.
So if you like the first one, you're gonna like all 5.
I think like the first one though.
You could do it for 3 movies. Like I was about to defend this because you were saying it, and like I think the guy is supposed to like represent like
he's he's not dying.
He's not gonna die in the next 2 movies. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the guy is supposed to represent like American imperialism, and like the whole like main plot of the movie is supposed to be like from, I'm blanking on the name. What are the name of the aliens? The
Navi.
Navi. Yeah. That's supposed to be really the meat and potatoes, but like, dude, 5 movies, same dude, like
that's crazy.
What are we doing?
That's commitment. That's
gonna be like 15 hours of the same.
It's gonna be more than that. These movies are like 4 hours long. But some people are gonna cope and be like, no, but the character development's gonna go crazy. As if there was any character development.
He's so an asshole the whole way through.
His character development is he went from being a military jerk to dying and then being a military jerk, but he's blue now. That's what happened with his character development. All right, next news. We got a 15-second commercial for One Punch Man Season 3 that confirmed the release date on October 5th. It's whatever. It looked
15 seconds, 15 frames.
Yeah, it was whatever. Who cares?
Exactly.
We got a shit ton of information related to the Jujutsu Kaisen spinoff that's starting actually tomorrow, I think.
It's not a spinoff.
Yeah, it's a spinoff.
It's like Shippuden. It's continuation.
It's only lasting for like 3 volumes or something like that. It's supposed to be a spinoff. That's what it's.
Oh, I didn't see that. I just saw like the characters involved, and that people say it's like the Naruto Shippuden. It's like a Naruto Shippuden type.
Yeah, no, I would say this is more of like the Joey instead of Naruto Shippuden. Joey to friends, just like characters within the original story. Naruto Shippuden is like the same protagonist, just continuing. This is closer to Boruto, honestly.
Yeah.
Not quality wise. I'm not saying it like that, but
yeah, I know. I think it's gonna be decent.
I think so. I think it's going to be better because I think the best part of Jujutsu Kaisen is the writing. The art, honestly, in my opinion, isn't the best part of the manga. I think it's pretty bad. So I'm excited to see him focus fully on the writing and instead of like having to split his work in both like ways. And also, I really like the art style of this new.
I do too.
I think it looks amazing, and I'm really excited to see their powers. I'm excited to see how aliens connect into it somehow. I'm excited to see how like that, like the Sakana like guy, whatever the guy with the little tape on his forehead. I'm excited to see what that looks like. I'm.
This feels a little hypocritical. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Everything you just said can be applied to Boruto.
Yeah. Oh, that's true actually. But like I don't know. It's different. I think Boruto and Jutsu.
I know. I'm joking.
Yeah, they have different starting places at the.
And my main problem with Boruto was out of the first like 25 episodes, I think 20 were filler.
Yeah.
I tried watching it and I was just like, I don't care.
It's like Yuta with a B. But other news, anime related, is so there is a huge rumor. This isn't confirmed, Austin, so don't get too excited about it yet. But Ufotable and Wit Studios are apparently collabing on a big project. And it's rumored that project is Berserk.
I thought you were going to say that. I don't want to see Berserk in an anime, to be honest. I'm like, I don't want a good adaptation of that. Like,
yeah.
It's actually like, I like Berserk. I made it through, I don't know, like 200 chapters of it, something like that. I actually don't even think it was that many. But man, it made me sad.
Like, hey, hopefully the rumors are wrong. You never know.
Yeah.
So we're now into this is superheroes all the way out. We're talking about DC and Marvel now. So some guy, Greg Dillahunt, I can't tell if this is accidental or on purpose because I think he deleted it, but he confirmed that in the Lanterns TV show, he is going to be. This is not going to impact anyone except for Austin. I think he's going to have the role of Black Hand. Do you know who that is?
I don't think I do.
He's the Black Lantern.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. I'm like, that kind of makes sense.
Which is insane. Like, what the fuck? That's a really interesting place to bring him for the first Green Lantern.
In a True Detective series, like esque series, like you're bringing in that. Wait, that might be dark, actually. That might be cool.
I am hesitantly excited because this is a very down the line, like end of Kyle Rayner's storyline kind of story that they're doing for the first bit, but like anything could be good. You never know. And also James Gunn is really hyping this up as like a thing. So I hope it's great.
What's the movie or show? What is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Exciting.
We got some interesting. So they started filming Clayface. We got some behind the scene photos of him himself. We got some Black Canary references. We got some Joker references. But the thing that people are freaking out about, which I think this is kind of a non sequitur because, like, I think I used that word right, but it doesn't. It's irrelevant. They're filming in the same location as the Batman. Like the Gotham in Clayface is going to be the same physical, real life filming location as the Batman, and people are like, that confirms it 100%. However, if you look at all of the like Gotham PD, like set photos, it's nothing like the Gotham PD set photos from the Batman. They're probably using it as like a people like this location, or this looks like Gotham, so we're going to use it. I don't think that confirms or denies anything yet. I think we have to wait for the movie to come out to fully like get a good grasp of that. Other DCU news, this is probably the one that you guys were all excited for, but we got a confirmation of Superman 2, Man of Tomorrow in theaters July 9th, 2027. That's going to be very exciting. So it is described as two main characters, Lex Luthor and Superman, but Lex Luthor is playing a more of an antagonist role, but he is not the antagonist. That's how it was described. I've seen.
Oh, I did not hear that. Wow. Yeah.
How did you hear?
I didn't hear anything. I didn't know there was any plot details that came out besides like the image that like you sent me and then I saw. I like that better. Because I thought it was just going to be Lex as the villain again, and like I'm sure it'd be good. I love Nicholas Hoult, but like I was like, it'd be nice to see like a Brainiac or something like that. But
Brainiac, I think it
might be Brainiac if like Lex is like sort of teaming up. Yeah,
it's gonna be like Batman versus Superman type beat, I think, where they fight each other for a little bit, and then there's like a bigger threat that they have to team up against to go into it. I like that. I am a big fan of President Lex, or just Justice League Lex, or Good Guy Lex, and I think that if anyone like can do it, Nicholas Hoult can do it very well. I don't hate where this is going. I think Lex has been good in the comics a couple times, and it's not necessarily saying that he's going to be all good this time around. He could just be like good for the world, but still hates Superman. Like I think I would really enjoy that kind of like dynamic that they have. But
I think that's different from the first movie, though. I will say, like he was more like, I hate Superman. That's his priority still, but like he's like, I will fucking kill people and destroy this city if it like comes down to it.
Because I'm thinking
so that
this scene from Deceased. Did you ever read that comic, the DC Zombies?
No.
There's a scene where like Lex goes to Superman and like falls on his knees and cries, and he's just like, "Look what they've done to our city." And the Lex from the movie would never do it because he fucked up the city.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Next news. We got two more things. We got a fucking awesome trailer for Marvel Zombies. If you guys saw that, did you? Any of you?
Oh my!
Holy
the Spider-Man moment, man.
It looks sick.
The late moment is what got me. That where it looks so cool. Him fighting ghosts. It was so fucking cool. Oh, I'm so excited.
I still think it's gonna suck. I'm sorry. I think
I don't care. The animation, I can ignore the story.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean the animation's amazing?
It looked
just What If?
It doesn't matter. Did you see how smooth it was?
It was. Yeah. No. I mean, look.
Watch the blade fight again. Fuck you. Watch it.
I thought. I mean, it looked good, but.
Well, they released the entire Blade versus Ghost. It was awesome. It was really, really cool. I understand that CG animated, like there's a stigma towards CG animation. I have a stigma towards CG animation, but this is like good. It is cinematic. It is fluid. It is very stylized. Like it a lot. Big fan of it. The only reason I brought it up, like the main reason I brought it up, not just to like gush about it, is that they recast Mahershala Ali. He's not Blade. So do you think that he's not going to be Blade in the movie if they ever make that?
I'm not going to make it. We're not going to find out.
They're not making it.
There's a good. And they don't have the normal voice actors playing like their respective roles in this, right? So
they have Elizabeth Olsen, Paul Rudd, David Harbour, Tessa Thompson, Simu Liu, Awkwafina, Haley Steinfeld, Wyatt Russell, Randall Park, Eamon Villena, and then Dominique Thorne, who is going to be Blade.
Prestige is just saying, no, you're wrong. It's just like,
I was gonna say the same thing, Chan. Like I was like, it's not crazy like with What If that they just find someone who sounds similar.
Yeah.
And like
all the main characters are played by their actors.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, yeah. Can we mean that probably?
Yeah. I guess we'll see. I mean, he voiced Blade in the What If episode 2 of What If season 3. So like I just assumed that they were gonna do that for this, but nope. They were like, nah, it's not worth it. We're gonna recast the guy. Maybe he just was like, I'm done with this. I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. I would honestly believe that. I have one other bit of news, and then we can go into like the actual important part of the podcast. Is rumor. This is a stupid one to end on. I should have left it on Marvel Zombies, but the Punisher is going to have the largest role in Spider-Man Brand New Day compared to any other hero other than Spider-Man. So he's just going to be the second main protagonist. Okay. I mean, I don't know. It's not really any different than any of the other news that we've
I think we didn't hear most of that. You said he's gonna have the largest role, and like
Punisher is going to be the second main character of the Spider-Man movie that's coming up, which is no different than any of the news that we
Okay.
this is gonna suck, man.
I love the Punisher, so
I do too, but like,
it's a rated R movie. You can't do the stuff that we like Punisher.
oh yeah, oh gosh,
it's just really, I normally don't care about that. Like, I think even like Deadpool, I think you can play down to like being in an Avengers movie, but not the Punisher. Like, just you can't. Like,
he has like no humorous aspects about him. Like he's
I heard that like people were making jokes about the writer said something related to people. You know how like the Iron Man thing that's like, oh, Mr. Stark, like Tom Holland is this little guy compared to all the other heroes, and they were like, oh, Mr. Punisher, please tell me what to do. I don't know how to stop this villain. But the writer was like, no, they're definitively their own superheroes that fight each other with their ideals in this movie. And I'm like, that's interesting, but like we can't commit to that because we can't see Punisher's ideals really in the movie.
It's just gonna be the Daredevil Punisher scenes in season 2, but with Spider-Man. Like, that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah, probably.
Except it's gonna be worse. Yeah, whatever.
That's everything. I have news.
I just have a question.
I have an answer.
wait. I have news. Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Oh, right.
So you might have heard. Maybe broke
Everything.
broke the internet, which is crazy. Yeah, well, I think it released like 2 days ago, give or take, maybe today. Which would have been this 5th of September for those watching. Yeah, like there was no pre-orders for it, and it was very affordable at $20. So there's tons of people buying it.
I apologize.
There's a huge fan base for it, unbeknownst to many people. Honestly, kind of me. I forgot how big the game was. So over at like 500,000 on just Steam alone. I don't even know what that is for PlayStation or Xbox, but I know PlayStation was 2 hours late to the party. Like you couldn't buy the game until 2 hours like past when it should have released. So
It's also on Switch too.
Yeah, I was actually.
I forgot.
So I could be mistaken by this. I read this in an article and I didn't screenshot it, so I don't know. I didn't read it recently, but I think this was the first time in the history of Nintendo servers that a game shut down their online features, which is crazy.
Man,
like,
That's pretty awesome.
yeah, who would have fucking thought? You would think it would be like Mario, like if anything, Mario Kart, you know? Because like, it's
Definitely.
been like 12 years since people have been waiting for that, or however long it's been. Insane, wild news. Thank you for bringing that up, Chandler. I forgot about it.
Of course.
Right. So back to my question,
Who's it to?
Chandler.
Oh, okay.
What have you been watching?
I've been watching a lot, guys. And not to be mean, but do we think we could like expedite this slightly?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. We have not been considerate of your time.
Okay. But I'll go X Games mode, guys. I'll be quick. All right. So it's been I didn't tell you this when I watched last week. So K-pop Demon Hunters movie slaps. I love that movie.
That's why I listen to.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I've actually been listening to some of the songs because they're such bangers. Holy cow, it's catchy.
Idol, bro. Like I don't like a lot of Soulja Boy's songs, but Idol is so fucking good. I really do.
I like Soda Pop.
I don't like.
I like Soda Pop's real catchy. Soda Pop's catchy. I like Golden or whatever that one.
Yeah,
Golden's really
That
good.
was great.
Then obviously the one they sing at the end is fantastic too.
Yes, it's almost every song's a banger.
I
It's
like them all.
crazy.
Yeah,
They're all
It's crazy. Yeah, it was so surprising. I really thought this was gonna be, very childish. There's not so much blood and guts like at all whatsoever, but like it fits. It has a wide audience. I'd say
it's the Spider-Verse vibe.
it's almost. Oh yeah, I can see why the animation is so good from that, and I can also understand why we have yet to get a third Spider-Man film from that.
I'm just saying, expect a delay soon. I'm
I'm
going to happen.
in a way, I'm also looking forward to it because I kind of want to see. All right. All Devouring Whale. It's a Chinese anime. That's been pretty good. It's good animation. It's fun. It's not as confusing as the other Chinese anime I watched.
I want to get
Lost.
all devouring well.
Lord of Mystery, something like that. That one's hella confusing, but this one's pretty good. It's pretty fun to watch. Dan to Dan, concurring on that. Sky and I were talking actually when the last episode dropped. I think we're a little bit disappointed. We were looking for more, but still pretty good. Kaiju number 8, I'm caught up on.
I'm 2 episodes behind on that.
Actually, you know what? I might be an episode now too.
Wait,
But yeah, it's so good. It's really good right
I
now.
would like to talk about it for a second. You're not caught up?
Kaiju number 8?
Yeah.
I think I'm 1 episode, like the most recent episode I haven't seen.
I haven't seen the 2 most recent episodes. Skylar, where are you?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm good then. Yeah.
I'm literally 1 episode into season 2.
Okay.
It's not.
Hey, we're being. Hey, we can talk about it another time. Sky, your job is to get caught up for next week, so we can.
Yes. Hollow Knight. I've been playing that actually because, well, not that I might play this, but I played beforehand and I didn't really get completely. So I'm doing that now, and it's actually tons and tons of.
I apologize.
I think I mentioned this in the pod. You know, sometimes like I wake up, I want to do some things, and occasionally it's like I want to game instantly when I wake up. Right now it's that. So it's a banger. Helldivers 2 spontaneously downloaded that yesterday with Zach. It's fun. I'm playing a couple games. I cannot on it more.
It's great game.
I've like 2 hours on that game, and how much is it? $50, $40?
40.
Yeah, I paid $25 an hour. That you're 20. I know.
Yeah, we should
meet up on. I hop on.
I would love that.
Yeah, we should play sometime.
Yeah.
Sky, you should get it. Sky, you should get it.
Sky, fight democracy with us. Democracy.
You get to shoot aliens, bro. Have you played the recent season of Fortnite, Sky?
Yeah.
You know, it's literally that pretty much.
I'd play that as well. I've not played that.
I've played a tiny
Because the Hive, if you went into the Hive,
I did.
yeah, it's very much like that. Okay, continuing. Played some Star Wars Battlefront, the co-op or like single player with my roommate Michael. We're trying to very the AI. They literally have aim assist, I swear. To Be Hero X, this is a crazy show. I don't know if you guys have been up to date on this. There is no source material. As far as I know, there's utterly none. It's literally the public's opinion. So unless you guys don't understand, this isn't really a spoiler, but heroes in this universe, they get their powers based off of their. So if you save someone and someone films it and posts it on social media, you'll get tons of likes and they'll be like, "Oh, look at this!"
on man, but
I'll give you.
You know?
Yes. It uses that sort of power scheme. So, and it constantly changes. Like, evidently, there's rankings on the website who you like, and it can change. And I don't know how they're doing that with the show, like last minute. It's like it all has to be edited and whatnot. Regardless, yeah, it's sick.
The season. Did you hear about it?
Oh, is that what they're gonna do? They're gonna okay. I actually haven't, but
It's gonna go. It's fucking crazy. That's so cool.
Yeah, it is super cool. And I must say, they don't show the show in chronological order. So it's hella confusing, I must say. Like, they show you something in the first 6 episodes that happened now. Like, I'm like 20 episodes deep almost. And some characters, it's like I'm actually like moments before the beginning of the show. So it's really weird. It's actually kind of rewarding.
I apologize. You're making me want to watch it.
And animation switches up. There's like 4 different styles of animation. There's CGI, and it actually looks good. There's 2D. Yeah, it's really cool. I recommend for sure. And lastly, I want to finish off with Bellatra. Anyone hear this?
I saw you playing that. I logged on the PlayStation and I saw it's like you playing that
It's so much fun. Oh, I think it won Game of the Year. I could be, but this card game, it's like poker.
At least some award.
Maybe something, right? Yeah. It's literally poker. So it's a roguelike poker game. So you're still playing poker every single time.
I had a friend who was playing that. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, but like your run can be different. So if you're familiar with that roguelike game, like you're in a dungeon, you might beat the game, but then you got to do it all over again, and you difficult for more and more rewarding. Same thing with this almost. It's very fun. It's very fun. I might have it. All right, that's it. That's my whole spiel.
Austin.
Yes, Guy.
What have you been watching?
Oh, I think I've got a couple of things. I am gonna go very fast because I want Chan to be able to get to his football party game thing. Yeah, K-pop Demon Hunter, great, love that, great music, very funny. I think Zach mentioned it a couple weeks back, but I think it could have used. Not it could have used. I would have loved to see like another 30 to 40 minutes of the movie. Like I think. Yeah. I'm like that would be awesome. That's not a criticism. It's just I liked it and I want to see more. Gakia Bacharu, but whatever. I love that show. Still don't know how to say the name. It's great. I love it so far. Yeah, I don't know. I think the general rule, at least for manga that I'm getting at this point, is that if it was written by a woman, it's better. Yeah. And I think that's the gist. I think that started with Full Metal Alchemist, and I was just like, damn, this is like a good show, and it doesn't have like weird fan servicey gross parts to it, and it's just it helps me watch it so much better. Yeah. Kaiju number 8. If you've watched this episode. One Piece, another Chopper's Adventure episode. I fucking hate that. It makes me want to die. I hate being caught up. It's awful. And then I think the main thing I wanted to harp on is Peacemaker season 2.
I haven't watched.
Has anyone? I'm not gonna say anything about it.
It's a really funny like running joke that everyone like has predicted.
I love it. It's Zach. I think you're either gonna love it or hate. I love it. It's so funny.
Well, I kind of know it.
Oh, I want to say it.
I'm gonna watch real quick.
I'll watch it when it probably releases fully.
Do you mind if I say what I think the joke is from what I've heard vaguely in a podcast?
Do you want me to tell you if you're right or not?
I don't want you to. No.
Okay.
Chandler, go on. If I say it.
I don't even know what. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the show is about like crossing dimensions or something like that, and I think they go into a dimension where the white dragon isn't racist and there's no racism in the world. But if you walk around the dimension, there's only white people in the entire thing. And I think that's what the running joke was, is that like, even though the white dragon isn't racist, it's because he made it so that he can't be.
There's nothing to be racist about. Okay.
I'm gonna say two things. And it's not going to be spoilers at all. Technically, with the full statement that you said, you are incorrect.
I'm okay with that.
But that there is a lot of that has basis. I'm going to say specifically with the running joke thing, it is not what I thought you were going to say.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know anything about the show except for that.
Wait, there's this meaningless joke that I thought you were gonna say. I almost want to say it.
No, don't say it.
No,
all right, please don't. Because
yeah, I know. I'd want the same.
Weekly Planet and James said like the thing that I said right there, and I was like, all right, I'm not listening to your podcast until I watch Peacemaker. I need to watch it. It's even just the first episode. Like the first episode got me hooked. Like I watched that when it came out, and it was really good and ends really cool. But especially at this point, like I think being caught up like this week is probably a good thing because you're probably going to see spoilers for what's going to happen in the next couple weeks. James Gunn said that this is his favorite project he's worked on in a time, which is really cool.
It's really good,
which is a wild statement.
I know it makes sense when you see the show. Like it's
said 6 and 8 are his favorite things he's ever made.
Yeah. I don't want to harp on that, but I would watch it, guys. It's really good.
Okay.
I highly recommend. But I get wait until the end too, because I do that with like most shows.
Like I whenever I have like an extra hour, I'm always just like, I'll get into it when we go into what I'm watching.
Even specifically you, Zach, you need to watch this like ASAP. Like you're gonna see spoilers. Like if you know what you just said already, which like I said, it's not all right. But like if you do, then we're not even at the point where there's spoilers. Like genuinely.
Maybe I'll watch episode. Okay. We'll see.
Okay, we'll see. Yeah. I'm done. Thank you for asking, Sky.
No problem. Anytime, Austin. I'll do it every week. Zach.
Yes, sir.
What have you been watching?
Not really a whole lot. I'm caught up on Kaiju number 8. I played 2 missions of the Gears of War remaster for PlayStation 5. Been playing a little bit of Black Ops 6 Zombies, and then me and Chandler yesterday played the Tortured Path on World War II Zombies, and that went pretty poorly both times. But but it's still fun. That's all.
It was experience.
It was an experience. I think it's fun. I think once we get better at it, it will be a blast.
Yeah.
Especially if we get into the other maps, because I'm pretty sure that's like the lamest one that we are in. But that's it. That's all I've been watching. I've been pretty busy. I've just been coming home, either hopping on Marvel Rivals, Black Ops 6, watching Kaiju with G, or working on the video I'm working on right now. It's kind of just all been what I've been focusing on. Kind of it. All right, team, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Sky.
What have you been watching?
It was good enough. I'll take it.
Okay, wait.
So I don't know earlier.
On my end, it was one of the best.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, bet. It's like whenever I would actually watch us do it, though, it's like actually so funny the way we're like slow and monotone about it.
I never like these by cadence, like to try and match.
Yeah, I'm like I nod my head too.
God, what?
If we had that video, this would be so much easier. We wouldn't have to do monotone or whatever.
I was thinking about that recently. I'm like,
That'd be crazy.
it's tough, but like that'd go hard. And just like everyone podcasting,
You just meet up or something for that.
yeah, I'll just take a quick flight back.
We're like idiots.
Yeah.
Oh, how about we do AI tables? Like I'll get like the question, or I'll just have the AI buddies.
Great idea. So awesome.
My week
Sorry,
is
for
also,
real. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Sky.
my week is also very light. I think I'm literally caught up on Dan to Dan. I didn't watch the Gachi Yakuta, or however you pronounce it.
Ooh, that's not
pronounced today. I'm like 2 weeks. Well, I'm 1.5 chapters behind on One Piece at the moment. I've like maybe read like a chapter of Kagurabachi, but I watched both football games so far. So that's where I'm going. But yeah, it's been a real light week for me. I've been pretty busy.
Oh, I watched the Yankees game on Friday. I forgot it. They got stomped.
Oh yeah, and I went to 2 baseball games this week. That was the other thing you said.
Damn.
Yeah.
So next week's movie is Monsters Inc. Right?
And I'm gonna put a requirement on this. I was waiting until the podcast to do this. So with both of these movies, with Monsters Inc. and Monsters University, they released a Pixar short that didn't release with the movie, but are still connected to both Monsters Inc. and Monsters University. I'm requiring you guys to not only watch Monsters Inc., but also Mike's Car, which is a 5-minute short about Mike Wazowski getting a new car. So that's what we have to watch for next week.
Can I ask the canonical timeline for which we're supposed to be watching that? Is there a certain point? Okay, so we're gonna watch.
I think it would be more funny.
Okay.
Does that factor into our score?
Yeah, it does factor. The short.
Sorry, I'm being annoying.
No, I like to keep up the questions.
All right.
Anyone else have anything they wanted to add before we send it off there? Sky?
No.
Yeah, I got one. If you made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe and be here next week whenever we go over Monsters Inc. and Mike's Car, and let us know your thoughts on Nobody 2. What was the extra part to it? Nobody 2.
Oh, Electric Boogaloo, yeah.
Electric Boogaloo. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. And we'll see you next week with Monsters Inc.
Thank you so much for adding that into that, Skylar. I really appreciate that. That jumped you up like 4.
He's so thoughtful.
Friend meter.
That's sweet.
So what Skylar said, give us a like, comment, and stay tuned to next week. We'll see you guys then. Hope you had a nice time. Bye.
Bye. Have a great time.